Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tech Talk with VLink podcast, brought to you by VLink Inc. Thanks for joining us. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tech Talk with VLink. Joining us today is the new Executive Director of the Connecticut Technology Council, Milena Erwin. Milena, welcome and congrats on your new role.
Thank you. Great to be here. Thank you for having me on board, Tracy.
Oh, it's our pleasure. And just to give everybody a little background, Milena, before we get started, you joined the CTC with more than 20 years of experience in the Connecticut business arena. You've built a strong professional network of corporate, nonprofit, and community leaders, policymakers, government agencies. It sounds like you've worked with just about everybody in the state, and you've definitely been a key contributor to many diversity efforts. The CTC, I feel, is really lucky to have you. Tell us a little bit about your new role.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm lucky to have this opportunity to bring my background and my experience to this new role. Yeah, really excited about it. And I feel like it's a great combination of my background and my experience, which is very diverse, as you said, not a traditional career path, certainly one that has taken twists and turns. But yeah, I have a business development background, grew up in Europe, came to this country about 20 plus years ago. And I spent the first half of my career kind of developing companies' presence globally. So growing companies' presence internationally in a variety of industries, mostly manufacturing. So that was the first part of my career. And then I kind of transitioned and moved to nonprofit and higher education. So I spent about 15 years in entrepreneurial support under educations of higher institution. I managed the Women's Business Center for almost 10 years. Mm-hmm. That was, our mission was to support women entrepreneurs, especially in early stages of their development. So that's where I really solidified that passion for supporting women. And I feel like this is just another way to really live that passion through, some of the mission and some of the charge at the Connecticut Technology Council. So absolutely. I also teach in higher education, passionate about education as well. So
busy lady. Well, I love, that you're passionate about working with women. And speaking of that, the CTC sponsors every year, and this year it's back in person, the Women of Innovation Awards. And I think that is a wonderful thing. I know we've been involved kind of behind the scenes with marketing it and such. Talk about that event and why it's so important that we recognize these women.
Yeah, thank you. We're really happy to bring back the event. It's the 18th annual Women of Innovation Award event. So it's certainly an event that's been kind of a cornerstone of Connecticut's ecosystem and of the Technology Council for many years. Back in person since 2019. And what the event is really a celebration and recognition of women and girls that work in various fields of STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, around the state, across institutions and organizations, and that really kind of lead the way to the path for women and girls coming into these fields. So we select our pool of finalists, we solicit nominations, we get a pool of finalists, of candidates, we select finalists, and we now have 34 amazing finalists across 7 categories. And at the event, we will be celebrating them, recognizing them, and announcing winners in each category.
That is so awesome. I know I'm so thrilled to be involved in it behind the scenes with marketing it and stuff. For those of you listening, maybe you've seen the stuff on LinkedIn from the CTC. You can go and follow their page and look on the page and see all the posts that we've done. But it is so important. I know, Milena, you and I are in the minority of women that work in the STEM field, the technology fields. Talk about why it's important to recognize women in the STEM fields.
Absolutely. I think it's really important first to recognize how far women have come in the STEM fields, right? The number of women in the STEM workforce is increasing progressing at a faster rate. Just over 10 years, all the way from 2011 to 2021, the number of women in STEM workforce increased by almost a third. So things are happening and women are making their mark. Why this is important? I mean, we have a diverse workforce and women bring that diversity of thought, diversity of solutions, diversity of perspectives, diversity of management styles. There's so much that women bring to those fields. And certainly based on science tests in school, certainly the capacity to be successful in these fields. So there's so much power in women being a part of the workforce, but there's still issues that we want to highlight, right? There's still gender gaps, even with that rate of growth that I talked about, women are just about a third of the STEM workforce, and very disproportionate to the workforce in general. There's still gender pay gaps. And we're talking about some of the occupations of the future. We're talking about occupations that are well paid and that can really contribute to economic stability for the professionals that are in them. There's confidence gaps. We all know about the math brain and the confidence gap that comes actually in middle school for girls. And then, it kind of resurfaces through college. Even women that go to college for STEM fields, very few of them work in STEM occupations. So just anything we could do to highlight some of the progress, but also some of the issues.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important. And, being the new executive director of the CTC, I know that, gender equality is part of their mission. Talk about the mission overall in the state. How are you guys working with businesses in the state?
Absolutely. So the Connecticut Technology Council was formed in 1994, so actually celebrating 30 years next year. And we're a member-based organization, statewide organization. And our mission is really to unite and support and grow the technology community in Connecticut, across Connecticut. And within that, it's very important to advocate the value of diversity and equity that we just talked about for the growth and progress and impact of businesses across industries. So we have a diverse network of companies and educational institutions, tech companies in various fields, such as VLink. We're happy to have VLink as a member. And we also have supporting organizations that support the tech community. We have a variety of programs, opportunities for members to connect, network, establish partnerships. We have webinars. We have a very active CEO roundtable. So our mission is really to connect the community, highlight issues that they're facing, and really help them grow with the resources they need.
Nice. And I know our CEO, Sherrod Patney of VLink, he has been involved in that CEO roundtable. He really enjoys it in the past. So let's before we go, because I know we're getting short on time, we try to keep these kind of short. Tell us about registration for the event. How do people get registered? How's registration going? Just kind of give us an update on that.
Yes. Registration's going. We're actively seeking registrations, and numbers are coming in every day. The best way, so the event is 5 to 7 p.m. at Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven, starting with a networking reception followed by an award ceremony. I think the best way for people to connect is to go to our webpage, which is ct.org/Women of Innovation. That's the Technology Council, ct.org/Women of Innovation. Registration link is there, as well as all the information about the program.
That sounds great. So thank you so much, Milena. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. Hopefully we can get people interested in attending the event on October 25th, the Women of Innovation Awards celebration, to celebrate those women in STEM who are really making a difference in the state of Connecticut.
Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me spread the word, and thank you for all your support.
You're absolutely welcome. Our pleasure. And thank you for joining us for this version of Tech Talk with VLink. We'll see you next time. Our time is up. I hope you enjoyed this version of Tech Talk with VLink, where we apply our intellect and efforts in engineering powerful experiences for our valued customers.